Hello everyone, my name is Vandana Rai. I am from SIRT College Bhopal. Here in this lecture series, we will discuss about the algorithms and we will analyze those algorithms and complexity. So let's start with the basic which we are going to cover here. So first one is introduction of algorithm, properties of an algorithm, then complexity of an algorithm. Here we will discuss about two type of complexity, which were first one is a time complexity, second one is space complexity. Now let's begin with the algorithm. So what is an algorithm? An algorithm is a step-by-step sequence, or you can say a procedure which we follow to solve a problem. And if we talk about the algorithm, in other words, an algorithm is a set of steps of operation to solve a problem by performing calculation, data processing, and automated reasoning task. Now, properties of an algorithm. Here are some properties which we need to satisfy for evaluate an algorithm. First one is input. There should be a there should be given 0 or more input in the algorithm, and output, at least one quantity is produced. At least whenever we give input to the algorithm, at least one output should be produced. Definiteness definiteness, each instruction is unambiguous. Finiteness, finiteness means whenever we execute an algorithm, we evaluate an algorithm, it must have an endpoint. There will be not infinite instruction. If we trace out the instruction of an algorithm, then for all cases the algorithm terminates after a finite number of steps. Effectiveness, every instruction must be very basic so that it can be carried out in principle by a person using only pencil and paper. Anyone can easily understand, and first step output will be used in the second step. This is the example of an algorithm. You can see this is the algorithm of finding greatest number between three numbers. Here in first step in first algorithm, you can see there are four steps. First one is start, then we have taken three inputs ABC. Then first we will compare A and B. After that, if A is greater, then we will compare A with C, and if again A is greater, then we will print A is largest. Else we will compare C with B, and if B is greater, then B will be largest, otherwise we will print C is the largest. Then step 4, we will stop our algorithm. In other example, you can see we have taken same as previous example, three inputs ABC, then we have compared A with B, then we went for the step 4, otherwise go to the step 5. What is the step 5? If step 5 is we are comparing here B and C, and step 4 is we are comparing A with C. So here number of steps are increased. So we can written an algorithm in different ways, as you can see here. Now we will talk about the difference between the algorithm and program. As you can see, algorithm is a set of steps which we can design to solve a problem, and we can written an algorithm in our language. There is no need for any programming knowledge. But if we talk about the program, we need to know about any language. We should have a sound knowledge of any kind of language like C, C++, Java. So here we can see algorithm used in the design phase and program used in the implementation phase. Algorithm use natural language. We can design algorithm by using natural language, and program is written in the languages in programming language like C, C++, Java, etc. A person should have domain knowledge. For writing an algorithm, a person should have the sound knowledge of in that field, and for writing an program, a person should have knowledge of the programming language like C, C++, Java. By writing an algorithm, we will analyze our problem, and by writing a program, we will test our problem whether it is working properly or not. Now we'll talk about the complexity of algorithm. The complexity of an algorithm is a function describing the efficiency, how efficient your algorithm is. In terms of the data, the algorithm must be processed. So here we will discuss about the two types of complexity. First one is the time complexity, second one is a space complexity. An algorithm is analyzed using time complexity and space complexity. Writing an efficient algorithm helps to consume the minimum amount of time for processing the logic. Now we'll discuss about time complexity. So what is time complexity? The time complexity depend upon the time taken by an algorithm to solve the problem. It is measured by the calculating the iteration of loop, number of comparison, etc. Means if we are using a for loop and how many times that for loop is running, that iteration will be counted, and if